Hopefully you all are doing great. We are back. It was a long weekend, but it was a fun weekend. We got back late last night. I got back about 2 o'clock this morning. I slept in this a little bit, and then we came to work and got stuff rolling out here in the woods. And this job's just looking great. Things are working out good. Got a few logs here. Everything's kind of crazy, but there's some firewood here and some basswood there, and then we got some 8-foot logs over there, and then there's some 10-foot stuff kicking around down there. So I've just been kind of going over this machine. This saw is not cutting worth beans, and she needs some teeth put in her, so need to do that tonight. There's some missing, like right here. There's not any, and there's a couple really bad ones, and so she just needs some new teeth put in her. And so I figured I would just go ahead and do that tonight. And then this pump has never worked good at all. The saw has never sawn good at all. Sawed, cut good at all. And I'm just looking around here, and I don't like that at all. So I need to fix that. I mean, she's cut right off. So there can't be hardly any fluid going through there. So I need to move that. Would be a good start. And put some teeth on it. And we're going to start with that. But the changes to the saw cradle have been done, and it is working just beautifully. What we did was, these were connected before. This was welded to this, and this plate was just extended out, and this was welded on top of that. And then what happened was this would break all the time. These bolts would break, and then the steel would break through here, and this would crack all up here. So what we did was we redesigned it like the zero table. And she's still got a little play in it, but nothing like it was before. The problem was that was connected to that. So we need to bring a big old tree in here, which we don't have that many there's no big trees on this job because the big trees are staying. Look at them colors. And so you don't get much big ones on this job, but being that this and this were connected, when it would rack back and forth, then it would break all them bolts off underneath there. So we took this off, cut her off. I didn't have nothing to do with it. I just come up with the design, and we basically copied this off the other slasher, except that's got tube steel, which will be better. And this thing's on there tight as can be. So this will save us. I mean, we were welding on that every year. We had to weld on that, put new bolts on it. Now we won't have to do none of that. So, got some new plastics in it so she can slide just back and forth just beautifully. And it's working flawlessly. It's working good. So, got them 10-footers, 8-footers cut. Getting a little wood ready for morning. Just a beautiful Monday, but now we don't have to worry about that breaking. That's gonna, I guarantee you, that's gonna fix our problems. Changing that up, changing those two things right there is gonna be huge. So I have to work on that saw now, and some teeth. And maybe I'll work on that hose, try to figure something out with that. So change that up. It's just gonna work glorious. Just beautiful. There's some nice firewood in there. That's a nasty piece of firewood. Everything else is pretty decent. Got some cherry in there. Smaller cherry. And that's got a little crook to it, so you can't really get a nice 8-footer out of it. I'm trying to cut as many 8-foot logs as I can, and go from there. But there's some bigger basswood on here. I mean, it's nasty old basswood. But We got a few decent logs coming out of here. It's just one of them days, you know? I need to get those stumps moved too. I want to move them kind of maybe over that hill a little bit where you can't see them. And go from there up. And the other crew just showed up. We could put them to work. But the Chevy's broke down, I guess. I leave for a couple days and everything just goes and, you know. But we had a blast down there. I had a blast. I just had a wonderful time. Meeting everybody, talking to everybody. It was fun. So, incredible, incredible time. The guys had a flat tire or something, so they took her off and locked the doors. Just keep rolling, everybody. Get out and look at it for you. We're all done. Okay, I didn't know if you were worried. Huh? You just standing there? How did these walls turn out? They look good. Everything except the close holes in the drum?
They put cap screws in.
Because couldn't get the bolt heads in because of the feed wheel?
Yeah.
Those were obviously installed before the flail drum then?
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking.
They built it so you can take it out without taking out the flail drum. They just didn't
It looks good though.
think much further than that.
It looks professional grade. Like you knew what you were doing. Because you did it all right.
No.
Yeah, you did. That's why if something happens, we can blame it on you. Okay. Feed wheel sensors. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to adjust them a little bit. Was the light on? Was that?
Yeah, the wire
Was
lit
it?
up.
Was it? It's lit up. Was it blinking on and off when it was going around?
I don't know. I can't.
If it's not blinking, then it's not reading. If the light's on, then it's got power.
No.
So we probably just have to turn it in or out a little bit to get it to read that right.
Do you know where the cap for that middle one is?
No. That's in somebody's property. It went out the conveyor.
Yeah, but I thought we got a new one.
Oh, there might be a new one in the tool truck.
And there's not one there.
Is there one in the toolbox, the tool of the chipper? We have one.
I know we do. I've seen it, but...
Sweet goodness, I don't know where it's at.
I don't know where it ever went to. I haven't seen it in a long time.
I haven't either, but that looks good in here now. I like that. Another 9,000 hours. We'll put some more in there. Oh, looks good. Yeah, hopefully Josh shooting. What was that? Another 9,000 hours. Josh will be running his own crew. Brand new chipper. Yep. Have a bunch of young spries. You're sweating. You're covered in sweat. What'd you do? Change both knives?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a chain down.
Blowing some garbage out.
Oh, shiny, shiny, shiny. Looky there, looky there. We gotta weld that back together. That faceplate, wear plate's going.
Brian said it wasn't worth it. Tried to get him to do that. I was told him.
What tree's falling out there? There's some nice couple nice cherry trees standing there, ain't there?
Yeah, that's what.
We can't cut those.
Nice cherry out there.
Think they'll blow over with a good wind right in the middle of that road? I'd put good money on it.
Yeah, them cherries ain't gonna make it.
No. They need to be harvested. We need John out there to get that cat buncher and knock him down.
This is the correct word there. Because you ain't gonna be able to cut it.
Get him on the ground. Get him up here and get some saw logs out of him.
Might as well
Be logging again.
ram into him with that Suburban.
Suburban. That's a pretty plastic bumper on there. I'm not getting that fixed again. Need to get me a big old truck. Although they did make fun of me this weekend because Matt's got a Jeep. I couldn't hardly get in it. I was joking that I needed a milk crate in there. And then he parked on a hill and then they'd all laugh at me because I literally couldn't get in it. No, my belly has nothing to do with that. No. It was just really high off the ground.
Too much gravity going on.